Hi beauties, it's Jean Piersanti with Beauty and the Stamper, and we've got Maria here from the Bijou Baker, and we have promised the go bag and wanted to show you we're getting that prepared. So the first place we've gone to is the Dollar Tree. So we're going to show you some pictures that we took and show you the items that you'll want to have prepared.
You're gonna really be amazed at how simple this is, and it's life-saving.
All right, join us.
Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is a backpack, a duffel bag, something to carry your items in. Remember, you have to carry your own stuff. So you want to make sure that it's not too bogged down, and keep in mind what you're putting in. You also want another one of these for your car, one for your house, and remember, one per person.
And we're going to now show you some of the items that you may or may not want to put in your bag. It's all up to you. But we went to the Dollar Tree, checked out Walmart and Daiso for some of these items. So let's go through them now.
You may have stuff in your own already. All right, so in no particular order, these are shears. You're going to need clippers. You don't know what you're going to be running into, so this can cut little wires, it can cut branches, it can cut anything that you're going to need to. So, but keep it lightweight. Same thing, just a different product.
So like it could be one or the other. Now they do have to carry this.
Correct.
So you don't want to put both of them in there. Make sure you choose what's best for you.
Right. And this is a solar light. And remember, just because the store has so many of them, that doesn't mean that you want to get them all. These tablecloths, they've got tons of uses, and they roll up. Take them out of the package, roll them up into tubes, stick them inside a paper towel, and use it for different things. Crayons.
You can use them to write with, obviously, but they also burn like a candle. The playing cards you can use to play cards, but you can also use them to write on and leave little notes here and there.
Correct. Glow sticks are a very hidden, it's a hidden treasure. They'll help just for lighting, as well as, you know, messages that you can also, that it sounds really crazy, but it's gonna matter.
I love these little towels because they're so tiny and compact. And so you leave them until you need them, and then they turn into these big, actual size towels like this.
It's about 11 by 11-ish,
yeah,
give or take-ish.
It's a good size.
Yeah, so definitely a lot of purposes for that, and it's easy to carry. Floral wire.
We just kind of grabbed it because you don't know what you'll need it for, to twist something, to hold something up.
Yeah, and you're going to need to adhere a lot of things to it. This is just a white, what's
dry erase
board.
So you can write little messages if you need help or if you're fine. Here's some markers to have with it. Just letting people know a message you may need to give out to them.
Yeah.
These are some for your pets. Don't forget about your pets. You'll want to have some little chew toys.
And food.
And food for them.
If they have medication. Bleach. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of water for every gallon. Leave it in there for 30 seconds. For about 30 minutes, and you've got purified water.
Oh, the bug bite. I get bug bites all the time, so I would have this in there just to give a little bit of relief.
Yeah.
And as well as wearing some of these mosquito repellent bands. I have one in mine, you know, just because I don't want to get bit up, because they love me.
You're definitely going to need gloves, and I don't mean just one. I would get about 2 or 3 per person, because you're going to be using them a lot. And if you tear through one, you have a second hand. Saw looks big, but it's small. And you're going to need saws and little foldable shovels, and we'll get to that. Twine is going to be a huge thing that you're going to use, and these are small enough and lightweight enough to keep together. This is just a little handy kit. I mean, I'm not saying to put all this stuff together. You pick and choose what you think is going to work, but then think outside the box. These clamps are going to be vital. They'll help you out with a lot with your tent, or if you have to make shelter. That's something you're really going to want.
I mean, these are tweezers. You never know what you're going to need this stuff for. So that's why we have just little bits of this and that, and you'll see more pictures like of this box cutter. It's got so many uses, you don't know if you'll need to use it on somebody or something.
Right. It sounds very apocalyptic, but self-defense is going to be a huge thing. And these bungee cords, those are vital too. And I always tell people, you know, those who are going to survive the best are homeless. They're already doing what we need to do. Crowbar, you know, it's heavy, but you know, you need to consider, is this worth carrying the weight? If it is, carry it. If it's not, don't. Again, twine and rope, you're going to need. This stuff is really essential.
Yeah, we've got a couple different types of rope. This is just one of those candles that people use for their prayers and stuff, but it's going to burn a long time.
Look at how much candle there is. There's a lot. Glasses.
Sunglasses.
Yep.
I mean, even little Trent needs sunglasses every time we go outside.
Even for if you're working with wood, you know, if you don't have protective goggles, use your sunglasses.
And sunscreen.
Sunblock.
Yep, that's a good one.
There's a lot of stuff. I mean, and these are the dollar store, you guys. Socks. Don't even joke with this one, because there's nothing worse than having wet feet. And this is something you really need to take care of.
Now, what's the petroleum jelly for?
You can use that for 100 things. It'll keep your skin dry. You can put it over your cuts just to keep them shielded if you don't have Band-Aids.
There's just a little fork and spoon. You don't want to forget about little babies as well. So there's some nice little baby food, maybe one or two, or some of those pouches.
Those baby foods are for adults too. You know, I mean, you don't know what needs you're going to get to. Then you have a jar that you can use different things for. Women, you're going to need your hair up and out of the way, because when you're working, the last thing you want to do is have your hair get tangled into anything, and it could be dangerous.
Yeah.
All these little sprayers and containers. You can put pills in the containers. You can put oil or lighter fluid in the spray bottles. These shower curtains, again, these are things that are very, very practical outside the normal use. That, yeah, you could put pills in there, and you do need to make sure that if you have someone in your family that is on medication, you have to have at least a week's worth of medication with you.
They have this whole little section of things that are mini as well. I didn't know this until I saw it. But the medicine aisle has all of these eye drops. And
this is a big part of your first aid kit. Your first aid kit is separate from your survival kit. So all these things that you're going to need, stock up on these. And also, guys, make sure to rotate these, because, you know, no matter where you're living, and here in California, it's not so much if something happens, it's more like when it happens. Mm-hmm. So you do want to be prepared. And after a while, tapes will start to lose their adhesive. Maxi pads, I'm telling you, that's the best absorber for cuts, really bad cuts. That'll take care of it. Sounds weird, but it works. Well, think about it, right?
Yeah, you never know. You want to be prepared with as much as you can, but not go overboard, because again, you have to carry all of this.
So this kind of stuff, you're going to take it out of the box and put it into like a baggie, because already you've taken away bulk.
Oh, this was a whole little first aid kit all put together. It's only going to last. It's got 21 little items in it, just for small cuts and bruises.
You're really going to need this kind of stuff. And if you don't want the Dollar Tree brands, go get the other brands. But, you know, just think about it. Now, this kind of stuff, you're not going to want to carry this whole bottle. You'll take this and put it in those little spray bottles that we showed earlier. You're going to want to, you can put it in pill bottles, you know. Again, take everything out of the container when you're putting it in your duffel bag, because it all has to fit. And you have to carry it. And your kids have to carry their own. So, you know, that's really going to change things when you start putting stuff together. And I would highly recommend you take your family. This is wacky. I would highly recommend, oh yeah, very important, to take your duffel bags, take your go bags, take your family out to a campsite one night with only what you have in your backpack. You are going to rearrange your backpack so bad.
You're fast,
You're going to rearrange it so fast and thinking, I do not need this. And why didn't I bring that?
Right.
Now this here, it's a luxury. Believe it or not, this is a luxury. But for those of us with you, we thank you for taking that.
So if anybody's on medication, make sure you have at least 7 days
Yes.
worth of medication just hanging out. And you should even take those on trips with you.
Yeah.
But these are tissues. So you can use those for, you know, you can use them for the bathroom. You can use them for your face, whatever you need. The toenail clippers I put in there because you can cut little line with it. Just
And
little items.
plus to maintain your feet health. You know,
Oh, true.
So this stuff here is not only for fingernails. Look at the points on those things. Look at the files on those things. 4-pack there. You have a family of 4. They each get their own.
I put vitamins in there just because it gives you some nutrition. But again, that might not be for you.
Yeah, you are packing your own go bag. They do have them ready to go. They are pricey.
There's a little eyeglass kit for your eyeglasses, and it's got a little magnifying glass if you need to start a fire.
Hand sanitizer is a good one.
Oh yeah, you need to keep yourself well.
Batteries. When you have batteries, you want to make sure that you take them outside of the flashlight. Do not contain the flashlight inside your the batteries.
Real quick, these are things you don't want to get.
You don't want salty foods. It's going to dehydrate you, and you're just not going to be able to drink up enough. Anything that's flash frozen, you're good to go. Maintain the sugar because you don't want to get that sugar rush. Your body's going to be so completely different now.
Now, these you do want to water your mouth, right?
Yeah, hard candies, hard mint, mostly mints, they will keep your mouth moist and work up saliva. Do not get these sticks. You think they're practical, but that's just salt. That's nothing but sodium, so that's not what you want for something like this.
Same with candy.
Yeah, same with candy. Stay away from. I mean, look, this is a Bijou baker. I love my sweets, but no way am I having any of that in my bag.
The coconut chips would be a good option.
That's a good one. The dehydrated food is exceptional. The jerky, some of the jerkies that are, just watch the sodium intake. You know, watch the sodium, and there's a lot of them out there that are really good.
These nuts will be good.
Nuts are good because it's a good protein. Candied nuts are not good.
Or salted nuts are not good. Or salted nuts.
But you get the idea, right?
Like this would be a good nut because it doesn't have all the salt and everything. They're just fruit and nuts.
Right, and that's safe. Raisins are great, prunes are great, that kind of stuff.
This is where you're going to get your protein.
Yes.
Is from some of the canned tuna, canned chicken. Again, this is all at the Dollar Tree still. So.
Yeah, and keep in mind, and so, yeah, tuna is an exceptional source of protein. And that juice that's in the tuna, drink it. Don't you throw any liquid out of a can because you're going to need all liquid you can get. This is good. You got a good protein there. You can make your own, stick some peanut butter in empty pill bottles. Mustard, strange enough, again, put that in a small container. You're going to be you're going to be hydrated and you cramp up, so the muscles will stop that. Again, vegetables, the juice inside the vegetables is a liquid. You want that, same here. And yeah, you're probably going to have to eat this stuff out of the cold can. But if that comes down to it, you're going to be just okay with it because you'll be hungry.
Baking cups, you can put some candles.
If you've got candles.
Like birthday candles.
Burning candles. My dog's happy to see somebody. You stick a hole, cut a hole in that, stick it through there, and it'll catch the dripping so that it can leave whatever containers good. You have no idea the many things that you can do with the scouring pad. Not just for dishes. I mean, if you have to rub down some wood. I mean, it sounds strange, but you just don't know, and you're gonna need this.
Didn't even say hi.
There's a lot to contend with, and this is overwhelming, and so for that I apologize. But it will matter. Again, you can put peanut butter in there, and you're gonna need Ziploc bags. You can put your socks in individual Ziploc bags. Now, milk is an exceptional thing to put in, but it's heavy. So I would consider powdered milk. And then again, you have to consider the water. Mittens, if you're working on, in a campfire or something like that, you're going to need something to protect your hands for such. You're definitely going to need these when you're working around. It's a lot, guys. And this is a very short video. Matches. gosh, don't forget those. Stick those inside a pill bottle. Make sure it's nice and tight. Label it and put those in each. A sewing kit, small, light, compact, has everything you could need. You guys getting the idea?
There's just a ton of stuff.
There's a ton of stuff. And this isn't even Home Depot.
No.
We haven't even hit Home Depot yet. You know, again, with these, you're going to want your hair out of the way. And you could use these for 100 other things too. So, you know, don't discard it.
I just see right back there is a little laser light too.
Yep, I saw that earlier. You always stack up in this. Again, out of the box, you got a nice little lightweight pot. That crazy glue is fantastic because if you cut yourself and you don't have means to first aid kit, you can put crazy glue right on your cut and it'll heal it. Well, it'll seal it. Wipes. I mean, you totally go MacGyver during this stuff, you know. But it's your family, and so you kind of have to. You know, toothbrush, toothpaste, those kind of kits are all over the place. You'll need to make sure that that's well.
That's a lighter, just in case, you know, for a little while, but you have the matches, but. So okay. Here now we're at Walmart.
Yeah, and this is a retractable handle. Handle should fold down, and you're going to need a hatchet for cutting wood or whatever, you see. And you're going to need to shovel. Now, unfortunately, if you can't make a portable potty, guess what you got? You know, you dig a hole.
That's a tarp?
Tarps are going to be vital. That might be your only shelter, you know. So the twine that you got and everything else that's going to put it together. Duct tape, do not leave home without that jewel. You may, like I said, you may have to make your own shelter, and that tarp and that duct tape might be what you got. The luxury of a poncho, boy, I hate that you may, you know, want to kill for that thing, but, you know.
This is a hand-cranked radio, so you don't need the batteries. It's going to work for you all the time. Just to see what else is happening out there in the world, you need to stay connected.
Again, when you have your flashlights, make sure, as you're storing it here at home, take the batteries out. Don't keep them together because it will drain. You'll need to protect your head. And so even if it's just a hat for the sun or this kind of hat for work, you know.
That's a whistle with a compass.
How smart is that?
Yeah, and I think you can put some matches in there
inside. Too. Yep, it looks like it has rope around it.
This is just an emergency ration that is actually sold at Walmart. I think we have a couple of these in here that I found. Yeah, this is like a 7-day. I don't know if you would carry it or at least have it in your home because you don't know to what extent this emergency may be.
You really don't. And these blankets and these things here,
that's a sleeping bag actually.
It's lightweight, and so you have things that you can put your sleeping bag on top of. That's going to be a good thing with all the debris floating around in the air. You're going to want a face mask. And the Dollar Tree had those too, as a matter of fact.
Oh, I didn't see them.
Yep. Again, the stock up on your home, you're going to need this kind of stuff in a earthquake container bag for that. The first aid kit is going to be up to you, whatever you think you need and your family needs. That's where it gets really personalized.
And this is a whole entire kit all set and ready to go.
And all this stuff has to fit inside your bag, you know. So, and it's something that you have to carry.
Now this, we were just at Daiso shopping, and she saw the compass and said, "Oh, make sure you get a picture of that." Because you are going to need a compass. You don't know if your phones are going to work or not.
Right. And this is just a yoga mat. Now, Daiso, that's $1.50 for that yoga mat. That can go underneath your sleeping bag, you know, or underneath your porta potty. This is what you're going to do. Look what it is. It's a
5-gallon bucket.
Yep. With a homemade toilet seat and toilet paper. And put some trash bag in there, because you're going to want to discard it. How cute is that? And you always want to make sure you take your beauty with you.
This was more for the hat.
Yeah.
So with that, we are done. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments below. And thanks for watching.
One other thing before I let you finish. There is certified emergency relief. No, I mean response, community response team. Every city, almost every city has their own. So look it up in your city, and you guys are going to learn a ton of valuable information on that.
All right, beauties. Thank you so much, and we will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.